In this video, traders, we're going to look at drills to improve your trading discipline. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Right, so we're all trying to improve our trading discipline. But something to say is once you get to a certain point where you know that you're well disciplined, you know you haven't got a danger of going on tilts, you know your vulnerabilities, you know your weak spots, it's a much more powerful and confident place to be as a trader than when you're maybe starting out. You kind of don't know whether I'm going to break my rules. Is the market going to give me a big hammering today? Am I going to kind of overroll my loss limits? You know, once you get over that hurdle and prove that you can be disciplined and you can stick to rules, life does become a lot easier. Problems don't go away, but it becomes a lot easier. So some of the things you can do potentially to improve the trading discipline, come up with some very simple trading drills. And these are or discipline drills, should I say, because these are basically very simple things that you can do that really exercise your muscle of just doing something when actually so-and-so occurs. So it's a very binary event. So this is occurring, I must do this. And that's all discipline is, guys. It's I must not do this when this happens, or I must do this when this happens. And exercising that muscle, like any other muscle, means you're just going to get better at it. So doing it in this environment where we kind of have no real consequences means that you're kind of at the gym, the discipline gym if you like. So when you're in the heat of the battle and you're actually trading, you've got money on the line, you can draw on this discipline muscle and get you through and not be breaking rules, not be kind of FOMOing to trades, not be over trading, all this kind of stuff. So first thing is decide on a simple strategy. Very, very simple strategy. Strategy is probably a bit too defined for this, but something like buy at 1 p.m, buy on a moving average cross, sell on the first overbought RSI in the day. Something very simple it's either happening or it isn't. You know, buying at a specific time is great. And just do this for 10 days straight. Now, with the smallest possible size. The idea here is obviously we're not looking to make money. Obviously you're not going to have much risk on it. Put a stop in and put a limit in, leave it. But what you're doing here is you're just saying to yourself, for 10 days, I'm going to buy this specific market at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And just do that for 10 days. This is such a basic thing to do, but if you forget to do it, start again from scratch. And so you're just putting a very small amount of money on the minimal that you can do. You know, we're not looking to lose any money here. Yes, you can have some skin in the game, but there's no point doing it just on a demo. Just do something at a specific time. Buy a moving average cross, something that's either a definite yes or no event. No ambiguity, no flexibility. I am doing this when this happens. Set your alerts and do it for 10 days. Have a limit in, have a stop in, do nothing else but that. And this again is just exercising the discipline muscle. It's basically saying, hey, this is happening, I need to do this. I've told myself before the actual alarm goes off, or before the alert goes off, or before the event that I will be doing X, and so I'm going to do X when that happens. And it's just the consistency and the persistency of doing this that exercises the muscle, There's no consequences to not doing it. There's no consequences to doing it. But it's doing what you say you're going to do. Because then, when you're in the heat of the battle and things happen that are meaningful, when there's money on the line, you can draw on this saying, you know what, I can do stuff. Yes, it wasn't with a lot of money. Yes, it was something very meaningless, but I said I was going to do it and I did it. And that's the key to discipline. Second thing is decide on a post-trade process. Very simple, guys, very simple. So I am going to, after each trade, I'm going to write down my entry, my exit, the result. I'm going to print my chart off and I'm going to draw a little arrow on. Could be as simple as that, and stick to it for 10 days. This is, again, meaningless. It's some value to it because of course you're getting data, it's like a journaling process, but again, this is doing what you say you're going to do. You say I'm going to do it for 10 days, you do it for 10 days straight. At the end of the 10 days you feel great, like you've done it. This is going back to basics, guys, and putting the discipline muscle to work. Then we've got something like do something you don't like doing for 10 days. This is something outside of trading. So this is very simple. You don't have to do it, could be a minute. So we could say, okay, I'm going to do 20 press ups in the morning. I'm going to, I want to say, guys, your cold shower. I'm a sucker for the cold shower. I do it partly because of this. I want to keep my discipline muscle stretched. I don't want to do a cold shower, especially when it's 0 degrees out there, but I do it because, again, I said I'm going to do it, so I will do it. Anything this could be jogging up and doing a jog. This could be, let's say press ups, could be sit ups, could be Anything small, and it's just a minute. I'm not saying massive, not saying going to the gym for an hour each day, save that for later. Just, again, back to the theme of you say you're going to do something, so do it, even if it's something very small. Final thing, add a systematic exit to your last scale portion. What does this mean? This means if you're trading a certain amount, let's say you're trading on spread betting, trading £10 a point, your last scale, or it could be £1 a point, could be 10p, I know that you can go right down, but the last small meaningless scale, you say, I'm going to hold it until the close if you're a day trader. I'm going to hold it to the end of the week if this. I'm going to hold it, again, a systematic, meaningless in terms of whether you expect to benefit from a P&L perspective or not, but meaningful, again, repeating myself a bit, but it's important you say you're going to do it, and so you do it. And that's the key to the discipline. It's saying, you know what, I'm going to keep a £1 a point running, and I'm going to close it at the end of the day. I'm going to keep a £1 a point running, and I'll close it 1 hour after my final exit, the normal exit. I'm going to keep a £1. It's doing something that's either going to happen or it isn't. And again, it's having that in the heat of the moment when it comes. You said you're going to do it, and ignore it. These sound easy, right? And you can upgrade them as you go on. But the whole point of this is you have the voice that says, why am I even bothering buying at 1 p.m? Why am I even doing that? What's the point? And it will tell you that at 12:30. Your alarm goes off. I'm not doing that. You're out doing something else, and you're like, oh, it's a bit of a hassle. I'm not going to follow doing this. And that's where you slip up, because yes, it's meaningless. Yes, there's no value to it other than you said you were going to do it. And so when it's 1 p.m, when you find yourself out and about, your alarm goes off, you've taken a break from the screens, you've forgotten about it, your alarm goes off, it's 5 to 1, you've got to stop what you're doing, log in and do what you said you're going to do. Or you're caught up in a trade, you're like, oh, I'm doing something else, or I was in the bathroom as this. You could come up with an excuse, but this is the key. It's I said I would do it, and I will do it. And then you can extrapolate this out into discipline in your trading when there's real pressure, when there's proper pressure. Like I said, I'm going to cut the trade. I'm going to quit for the day because I've hit my daily max loss limit. Or I'm not going to trade these chase markets. And then when you get there and you've got the decision and it's like, yeah, but you might get this one. This one's going to go without you. Or the other one's saying, no, stick to your rules. Yeah, but just this once, doesn't matter. It's a different, those voices you have, or the kind of internal conflicts you have, you're always going to err on the side of, well, what did I say I was going to do? It's not what I think is going to happen now. It's what I say I was going to do. And then executing that. So try these things, guys. Very simple, very basic. Sure, many of you in the comments are going to be like, it's a waste of time, it's so basic and stuff. But I would also suggest that unless you've got your discipline nailed, it's worth trying anything. Guys, sometimes this is the one thing that's stopping people getting over the hurdle to profitability, to some form of consistency, is discipline. And you just do whatever you need to do. If you need to do these stupid things seemingly for 10 days to get more discipline, so you become more profitable as a trader, the ROI on this is huge. It's worth a try, and it's worth doing something that might seem like the most ridiculous thing ever, but if it starts your discipline muscle going, then you can build and you can build and you can build. Who knows where you'll be at the end of the quarter. Take care, see you next one, bye-bye.